Straya. How are you going? How you going? Are you right? You should be. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's Friday, and you're probably not going to jail. Right? That's right. It is Friday, October 24, all day. I'm your host, James Clements, here in Larry Armour Studios, not being indicted for allegedly gambling on sports as a coach or player. Oh boy, we are back, baby. That's right. NBA is back big time with a massive betting scandal on the third day of the season. Amazing stuff, right? Involving a head coach and a current player being arrested by the FBI. We'll talk all that out. We'll wrap up today's games, which were absolutely off their head. We had a double overtime game and then another overtime game. We'll give out some awards, dig into some YNRs, and set you up for the weekend. So, should be a good one, because they always are. So let's get into it. Episode 1310 of NBA Straya. NBA's back. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Darcy Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better watch out for the FBI attack. If you're Chauncey Billups Billups and Terry Rozier and Damon Jones. Let's start there with the daily whip around because they were all arrested, which is crazy. 30 individuals arrested by the FBI, 13 mafia members apparently, as part of a sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. It was absolute chaos. And we've got a point now where we have a head coach, a current head coach of an NBA team, being busted for giving betting information, or at least inside information for the use of betting about team lineup stuff, where they were tanking a game, and a current NBA player who was like, hey guys, I'm going to sub out early because I'm injured, and so just bet my unders, right? Both being implicated in this investigation, allegedly around sports gambling. And in Chauncey Billups' case, another bunch of stuff where he was used as a face card for poker games that were also rigged, apparently by La Cosa Nostra, the mafioso. So they're the two big names, obviously, in this FBI investigation that we wake up this morning. Tiago Splitter has been named the interim head coach of the Portland Trailblazers because their coach has been arrested for gambling stuff. What the hell is going on? Absolute chaos. And then the Terry Rozier stuff. And then Damon Jones was apparently giving out information about his good mate LeBron James, which is not great. LeBron didn't know about any of this apparently because he never does. But there's also like some other stuff in this indictment where, right, there's an unidentified Orlando Magic player from 2023 who apparently is no longer with the team. So that sent a bunch of internet sleuths down a rabbit hole. Just saying. Markel Fultz, anybody? They gave info to this one of the people named Marv's Fairley that the Magic would sit all their starters in another game that they were tanking. And essentially, like, we've also got this information coming about Jonte Porter, who was threatened, his life was threatened about participating in the gambling scheme because of his gambling debts. You might remember him as the younger brother of Michael Porter Jr. So, woo-wee, what to make of all of this? It is absolute chaos, and I'm not one to say I told you so, but I 100% am, and I told you so. Right? The sports gambling aspect of the USA and how the USA and its denizens, the people of the USA, are not exactly known for their just large amounts of chill. And you can sort of see it. They've sort of gone about this sports gambling legalization piecemeal, state by state, because that's how they do it. And it's an absolute mess. Like, we've sort of gone through the UK has gone through this, Australia's gone through this already, and we've still got big problems with it in both in the UK and here in Australia, obviously. And the USA has now got one of its biggest, this is a huge story. Like, this is not to, paper over it or anything. This is a major, major, major scandal, right? With a current NBA player basically involved in a sports gambling scheme with prop betting, another head coach being involved in illegal poker games, but also giving out information as it pertains to lineups, etc., that were then used for gambling purposes. A former player, obviously Jonte Porter, being threatened, etc. It is absolutely crazy. So as it sort of stands, they both say, oh, we're going to fight all these charges. And you're like, okay, sure. The league was like, we take these allegations with the utmost seriousness. The allegations coming from the FBI. The integrity of our game remains our top priority. And I guess that's the unpopular opinion of the day. Like, this is such a big story because the integrity of sport literally comes from, hey, we're all approaching this at a level playing field, right? And once you take that away, results become meaningless. The competition becomes meaningless. The trust that your audience has in you becomes meaningless. Like, you suddenly become wrestling. Like, it's just crazy. So the NBA sort of gone, right, yes, that is bad. We take them serious. We're going to figure it out. They put Billups on leave. They put Rozier on leave. And they're going to dig into it. The weirdest part is, obviously, the NBA cleared Terry Rozier of any wrongdoing. And then the FBI like, what are you idiots doing? But with Rozier cleared by the NBA, it sort of throws into stark realization the idea that he was cleared by the NBA, then sat down the rest of the season. Did Adam Silver pull a bit of a David Stern, who relegated Michael Jordan to go play bloody baseball for 2 years because of his alleged gambling? Maybe. Allegedly. Who knows? The other one, Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Bet the House. There you go. He just got an extension. And both of them are probably, and I'm just a small town space chicken lawyer, both of them probably going to go to jail because this is fraud. It's against the rules. And they've been arrested by the FBI. He just got a massive extension to Billups. Why was he doing this shit? What a lunatic. And then the last little bit before we keep moving on, because I don't want to belabor this too much, because again, I'm only a small town space chicken lawyer. But Gilbert Arenas, remember how he got arrested for the poker game stuff? And he's playing up all this stuff for his informant lunch today, right? And how he was sort of released. Nothing more came of that. Gilbert Arenas is an absolute dead shit of the highest fucking order. Because he's like, aha, look at all these jokes I'm making about me being the informant. 100% of a chance. He was probably involved in this informing somehow. Or at least tipping somebody off. Or at least helping some sort of investigation. Allegedly. Correct, right? Maybe? Crazy. Anyway, some fun, crazy stuff today. Absolute lunacy to be involved in this. I'll talk about this one more time in Unpopular Opinion of the Day. And obviously Outback Takehouse. But jeez. The big takeaway, annoyingly enough for me, I think I said this in the post this morning, after so much positivity surrounding the first couple of days of the NBA being back, to drop this fucking hammer on day 3, it just is a massive kick in the guts. It really is. All right, and to clean up all this stuff for the last couple of days, now remember, we are doing the daily awards show on the days I'm not doing the actual big podcast. We're still doing a little short video that goes up on the YouTube. So if you go check that out, you'll have all of yesterday's stuff. Wemby went off his head. Absolutely crazy gear. And lots of other fun things, right, happened. We had a Spud of the night, Embiid, etc. But also, I wanted to mention, I totally skipped over in my notes talking about that Houston OKC game. The KD Chris Webber moment where they didn't give him the timeout that he was trying to call that Houston did not have. And they're like, oh, we didn't see it. Amazing work by LP Şengün just wrapping up in a beer. I go, don't call that, Kevin. What are you doing again? We don't have any timeouts. You should know that. You're 37. Come on. Anyway, so that was pretty funny. LeBron, I sort of hit on this in yesterday's little show on YouTube. LeBron just sitting there stoic and not getting involved at all as Luka was going off for the Lakers the other day. Prick move. Absolutely classic LeBron gear there. And yeah, really, basically, if you haven't jumped on and watched those little YouTube videos that we're going to be doing, that's what I'm going to be doing when I'm not doing the big shows on those days, right? So I think basically the way our week will roll out from here on will be a Sunday night show where we wrap up our weekend games, a Tuesday show, probably during the day of Tuesday, because we do have still NFL Straya to tape at some point there, and then a video Wednesday, maybe a video Thursday, maybe a video Monday as well. So we're going to sort of see how this all rolls out, but just bear with us. The videos are fun to do. Just like a little bit of a snippet of the day and covering what the Aussies got up to, because we had all the Aussies having a crack yesterday. It was really good. So go check out that video over on the YouTube. Right, so the game wraps from today very quickly. 2 awesome games. We had a double overtime in OKC Indy, an NBA Finals rematch. No J-Dub, no Tyrese Halliburton, no Miles Turner. It felt very different than the finals, didn't it? But the game itself was absolutely sick. Second straight double overtime game, isn't it, for OKC? It's absurd. They're so tired. They're also now 2-0 because of that. But anyway, Indy lose Nemhard to like a hook from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Absolute dog move. Classic SGA. Nemhard is gone now, so no Halliburton, no TJ McConnell. Suddenly it's a lot of Ben Shepherd. Naismith fouls out towards the end. Johnny Furphy finally gets a tiny little run at the end of it. And OKC hold on because, I don't know, SGA dropped 55 fucking points. Absolutely crazy. 15 of 31, 23-26 from the free throw line. He was off his head. But mostly they win this because AJ Mitchell is a dead set pacer killer. He had 26 as well. 23 for Aaron Wiggins, who hit 5 threes. But the Pacers put up a massive fight, right? Like 36 and 11 from Benny Mathurin, 32, 15 and 4 from Siakam. But that was kind of the big problem, like that lack of, we don't have Halliburton, we don't have Turner. Suddenly we're starting Isaiah Jackson. We're playing 40 minutes of Obi Toppin, who had 25 and 3. Not bad. And it just gets real thin on the ground really, really, really quick. So as much as they were competitive today, the Pacers, like, this is still my big concern about them in the long term across this season, and why I went for their season under. It's simply because, like, you lose that top end talent. You don't have TJ. Now Nemhard's hurt as well. Like, it gets really fucking difficult to overcome that. I know they've got their massive, awesome next man up identity. They're super tough. Rick Carlisle's an awesome coach. It's just really fucking hard. And when you got a really deep team like OKC up against you, you sort of see how this can sort of get really, really hard. They just eke it out at the end. SGA was awesome down the stretch. 55 is absolutely no joke. And then, so 141, 135 and double overtime. OKC look unreal. Just to do this without J-Dub. Chet had a bit of a shit one today as well, but goddamn. And then in the other game, 137, 131, the Warriors beat the Nuggets. Absolutely curb stomp them in the overtime. They only get to overtime because Steph Curry goes off his fucking head and scores 16 straight points for the Warriors. Absolutely absurd gear. He ends up on 42, out-dueling Aaron Air Gordon, who racks up a 50-piece. So we've got 2 50-point games there. He has 50 points, 8 rebounds, shoots the piss out of the ball, has the most efficient 50-point game of all time, and quite literally, on volume, the most efficient 3-point shooting night of all time. We'll talk about that again later. But Jokic, shocking in the second half. Misses a couple of shots around the basket that if they hit, they probably win. And Denver really coughed it up down the stretch. Jamal Murray had a couple of possessions where he's just like dribble, and you're like, fucking here he goes, clank, no good. Tim Hardaway Jr. looked okay in his little bit of minutes. It was good to see Jonas out there. But Christian Brown, I think my big takeaway watching this game is fucking hell. Some of these ref calls that Steph gets are absolutely fucking dog shit. After a month or whatever of the NBL being back and watching all these NBL games with their admittedly a bit shit refereeing sometimes, but their refs have been super solid, I reckon, this year in the NBL. But the amount of shit that gets called in the NBA where it's like fucking a dude shooting a three, launching himself into another player who's already stopped dead, this sort of shit. Or like a little fucking touch foul or someone's going up for something versus what we get called in the NBL. You're like, oh, this is piss week. Fuck off. Anyway, it was very annoying, but a great win by the Warriors. 137-131. They come all the way back, curb stomp them in the overtime. And then just literally, it was in the last minute and a half of the overtime where it's just like, oh, fucking bang, bang. Jimmy Butler throws one in. You have Steph just going off his fucking head. Jimmy Butler ends up with 21, 5, and 6. Super solid. Kuminga was really good. Just gives him that hint of athleticism as well. But Curry going 6 of 12 from deep, 42 points. Absolutely absurd gear. But mostly, it was the job they did on Jokic, who had like one of the, I don't know, most dubious triple-doubles you ever see. 21, 13, and 10. Jim, that's not bad. He went 8 of 23 from the floor and 2 of 13 from downtown. Looked like he was gassed already. It's like, it's your first game, Nicola. What are you doing? Anyway, so that was the first look we got at Denver. Cam Johnson was fine. Had a couple of weird, janky fouls. Couldn't really hit it. He had a really shitty shooting night, which I'll get to in a second. But when Gordon's going off his head and he has 50, how you don't fucking win that game, Denver and their inability to like stop Steph in any meaningful way. Yes, it's hard to stop Steph. But fucking hell, you can't lose when you've got Aaron Gordon dropping 50. Jesus. Anyway, so there you go. Awesome day after some crazy fucking gambling news this morning, right? So let's do an NBA Australia Pro performance of the night.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Well, two dudes had 50-point games. So 55 for SGA. That was masterful. He now actually has the most 50-point games in Thunder history, which is pretty funny. I think ties Rusty for the most ever. 55, 8, and 5. 15 of 31 from the floor, 23 of 26 at the free throw line. Just insane shit. Steph is obviously going off his head. The 16 straight points were absolutely fucking absurd. Aaron Gordon's 50 goes 10 of 11 from 3 off his fucking completely off chops, off his head. 6 of 6 at the free throw line, 17 and 21. Quite literally, this is the most efficient 50-point game in NBA history. That is incredible. But they lost. So the performance of the night probably actually have to go to SGA and Steph, because Steph just going, righto, boys. God damn it. I'm 36, 37. Why am I still having to carry this fucking team? 42 points in the end, 6 of 12 from 3. Those last couple that he hit where he's just like, check this out. The one to tie it up and you're like, oh, of course he did, with like 20 seconds left. And you're like, Jesus. Thought he shot that too early. Nails it. Didn't give a fuck. Ties it up. We're going to overtime. Awesome gear. And SGA just go, right, I know everyone's a bit tired. We just keep playing these fucking, double overtime games. But I'm an MVP. Check this out. Here's 55 fucking points on your head. Absolutely awesome stuff. OKC playing back-to-back double overtime games is just absurd as well. But awesome performances today from SGA and Steph and Aaron Gordon. That was incredible. And also sort of got me thinking as well about the all-time records for made threes and how it's like, it'd be Clay and Steph. And then there's just like those random dudes who have those fucking insane nights where it's like Donyell Marshall and now Aaron Gordon going 10 of 11. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Ty Lawson, I'll talk about them later. But anyway, what about Spud of the night?
Spud, 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 it is Spud of the night.
Spud of the night. I mean, Aaron Gordon going 10 of 11 was pretty awesome, right? And it sort of balanced out with Nikola Jokic, who might win the big spud of the night, because even though he had the triple-double, he went 2 of 13 from 3. Joker, what are you doing? That was absolutely wild. And you could sort of see, I guess, with the Warriors, them going, well, now we've got Al Horford, in place of Kevin Looney. This is pretty good. We've got Draymond and we've got Al, who we can throw at Jokic. And making Jokic inefficient is like one of the biggest fucking tasks in the NBA, and they did it. He turned into the big spud. The big Serbian Spud today. It was incredible. Nembhard as well. Andy Nembhard went 0 of 5 before he left with his bung shoulder, which was pretty bad. 4 points, 4 assists. But Jokic just having a really shitty shooting night was a big surprise. I mean, my tip for this game was Denver. Expected him to ball out, and he did for large chunks of it, but that inefficiency really fucked the Nuggets, right? So, anyway, and how funny was Joel Embiid yesterday? Just saying. Anyway, right, how about a bit of an old mate, no mates?
Old mate, no mate.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates. Who's got no mates today? Well, that might be Chauncey Bet the House or Terry Rozier, hey. What was that, Jim? Well, because they got arrested by the FBI. And I love that, like, Gilbert Arenas, like, informant lunch, just going, ha, ha, ha. It's Gilbert Arenas who did the finger guns, and then David Stern went, right, this guy's a fucking idiot, and he's, like, you know, throwing it in my face. Fuck him. Suspended. Gilbert Arenas doing the informant lunch is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Gil was actually the informant here. What are we doing? But anyway, look, there's also, like, a weird aspect to this where Chauncey Billups was hired by the Portland Trail Blazers, head of Becky Hammond and other folks, right? Chauncey was also facing sexual assault allegations. Now he's been arrested for being involved in illegal gambling operations with the mafia. And they were like, oh, yeah, we're not entirely sure about Becky Hammond's, like, personality and shit. It's like, oh, but the criminal is fine. What the fuck? Also, old mate, no mates, Kevin Love versus Damian Lillard. How good was that beef? So Kevin Love's IG post about the couple who got busted at the Coldplay concert being, Rose and Billups. Very funny. No Kings, but brackets draft in the middle. He had The Gambler by Kenny Rogers playing underneath it. Amazingly funny shit. Dame Lillard had a fucking cry saying, weak ass shit, man. Shut the fuck up, Dame Lillard. Shush. Kevin Love's like, nah, we aren't going to do this. Chauncey's been my OG since 2010. We won a world championship together and I love and respect him. T-Rose, my brother. He knows where I stand and I supported him through the struggles last year. Comedy pushes boundaries. Social comedy that's all in jest. Same shit with Jimmy and I in the Heat last year. I support our shared elite fraternity and respect you always. Shut up, Kevin Love. Hey, man. Comedy's meant to push back. Don't explain yourself. To Dame Lillard, weak ass shit, man. Shut up, Dame Lillard, you fucking sook. Kevin Love, that was funny. Don't apologise. Well, he didn't really apologise, but don't have to explain yourself. Old mate, no mates. Pantsing of the night, and this one is, whew, I'll tell you.
Fatty, fat.
Well, I mean, it's Chauncey Billups being arrested, and it's Terry Rozier being arrested, but mostly, I mean, I mentioned Portland, that's a bit of a pantsing. Outback Takehouse, are Portland and the Blazers better off with Thiago Splitter? I think they might be, just saying. But the pantsing of the night, the biggest pantsing is what I referred to earlier. The amount of positivity surrounding the NBA after their first 2 days. Adam Silver got so fucking thoroughly pantsed by this that it's absurd. Adam Silver got so fucking pants. The NBA didn't know this was coming. The NBA had run its own investigation into Terry Rozier. Oh, no, we found no wrongdoing. But then he didn't play the rest of the year mysteriously. Adam Silver's like, we have no problem with the DraftKings no gambling problems here. DraftKings and ESPN bet. I mean, no problems here. Gets 100% in bed with the gambling companies. And is surprised and shocked to learn that there's gambling going on as well. The FBI, like Stephen A. Smith said the quiet part out loud as well, where he's like, yeah, look, this is like a vindictive approach from like the, basically from Washington. And like the director of the FBI is like, nah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but definitely going after the NBA. I mean, what's next? The WNBA? Jeez. But Adam Silver got completely pantsed by the FBI in this regard. Didn't see it coming. Didn't know about it. And you can imagine the scrambling going on at headquarters. Absolutely crazy. You better believe that's a pantsing. Who was better than Lonzo Ball today, Jim?
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. We're coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. How about a plus 12 and 26 points from AJ Mitchell? He was awesome on day one. Backs it up, shoots 9 of 19, 0 of 3 from deep, but 8 of 8 of the line. Just gave the Thunder some shit off the bench, right? 26 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Crushed it. No one else on that bench was really doing much for the Thunder today. It was like Jalen Williams, Brooks Barnheiser, Usman Deng. Like, we're talking about like their depth, but no Cason Wallace in this one. You've got Aaron Wiggins having a pretty good game, as I mentioned earlier as well. But no Caruso. You're missing J-Dub. The way that AJ Mitchell stepped up was absolutely fucking awesome and wildly impressive. So he was better than Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons, Bronny James today. And I also wanted to add, I forgot to mention this one. I had it in my notes as well yesterday. When we did the YouTube short, VJ Edgecombe goes off his head yesterday, right? Has the highest amount of points in the NBA on debut since Wilt fucking Chamberlain in 1999. But amazingly, I literally had this written down as well. He hit 5 threes in that game. So he goes 5 of 13 from downtown. In one game, Sixers rookie VJ Edgecombe tied Ben Simmons' career-made threes in his first game. Just saying. Better than Ben Simmons. All right. How about, that's right. It's Friday. It's time for the Magic Tweet of the Week. This is great. I went to the Lakers game last night and watched my Lakers get beat by the Warriors 119-109. What do we say? Thanks, Magic. The two Golden State superstars put on a performance. Jimmy Butler had with 31 points and Curry added 23, but Lakers superstar Luka Doncic stole the show with 43 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists in a losing effort. What do we say? Thanks, Magic. I've missed him so much. Like, with the Commanders being shit, there's not as many, I've got, notifications set up for Magic. So, yeah, it blows my mind. Anyway, finally, let's do a bit of Dickhead of the Week.
Dickhead of the Week!
The Draymond Green Award for Dickhead of the Week this week goes to LeBron James. Yes, I know he's probably sitting there in pain with his sciatica on the bench. But having that fucking I just smelled something bad look on his face while Luka is going off his fucking head is such a prick fucking petty bish move, right? Like, that is the office person, the person you work with in the office, and they just can never celebrate you doing some good shit. You're just like, this, you fucking suck. You're just a fucking drain on everybody else's fucking energy. You suck. And it also came out that, so Jeff Teague, wildly entertaining, also pointed out that if you say anything about LeBron, in public, you get a phone call. And they're like, anytime you say something about Bron, people come up, they'll call you and say, hey man, you might want to chill. You got funny stories and shit, leave LeBron alone. What if, as I said the other day on the YouTube short, you're 400 years old. Grow the fuck up. Who fucking cares, LeBron? Hey man, don't talk shit about me. Oh, Luka's doing good on my team. Yeah, he's on your team. The team that you guys share. Your teammates. Fucking be happy. This is what we teach kids. And you're sitting there with that fucking look on your face like someone just dropped their guts in your face. What the fuck? You massive dickhead, LeBron. Anyway. All right, let's take a quick break. Come back with some Nas right after. Let's say if Jim can find all the buttons. This one.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA
and you're
Australia.
listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
right, let's do some nahas. They're brought to you by you shouting us a beer. That's right. You can go check out Buy Me a Coffee, which is basically our Patreon, right? You can shout us a coffee, shout us a beer. You can sign up to the membership thing as well, which gives you an exclusive podcast each month. You can read basically the shit that I keep writing up on there, just as an exclusive little fun thing for the Dead Set Legends Club. So join up, check it out, buy us a coffee, buy us a beer. It's cheap as. It's our version of Patreon. Go nuts. And you get cool exclusive shit, you know? So that's fun. Trust me. You can hit it up on the link in our bio, etc., on our socials, etc. So jump around that. I think I posted it again today. So go do that. Shout us a beer, buy us a coffee. Be much appreciated. To help keep this pirate ship afloat. Let's do some nahs. Tim. Old spin twin Tim, mate. Wemby's too tall now. He'd have to be at least 7'7" when he stands up straight now. He already had a DVT take him out of his second season. Are there not more increased health risks with being that tall? I think you're onto something here. I'm a little, like, he was obviously our NBA Australia Pro performer yesterday. That game was incredible. It was so stupid. As I said, like, you know that moment in, like, the alien invasion movie where it's like, how are we going to win this war? And the other person turns around and goes, what do you mean? We've already lost. That's all the other teams when they try to take on Wemby now. He is almost too tall. And, like, Manute Bol and shit like that, like, they all had massive problems. George Murison and shit. It's just, hopefully he's okay. But I think we've got better medicine to deal with this now, hopefully. Fingers crossed, because he's fucking awesome, and I love him. He is almost too tall. Zachy Boo! Set this one. Good one for you, because I know how much you love the team. Same old Detroit. Losing that Chicago game, they came all the way back. It was crazy. I'm going to say not quite the same old Detroit. The Jaden Ivey injury is just such a kick in the dick, but hopefully it makes them realize that if they're really competitive early on, and so that Chicago game was really, really, really fun. I sort of mentioned on yesterday, right? Like yesterday's video in the morning. I was really excited for that game. We'd picked Detroit. Cade was awesome. It's like Orsar Thompson is really fucking awesome. Jalen Duren's really good. They probably just need that one more big man, Larry Markkinen, and they'll be laughing. So they just sort of need to get that rolling because it does sort of feel a bit same old Detroit. And I love this Pistons team. I think they're fucking awesome. I love their young dudes. They got my sweet baby Karis LeVert. Duncan Robinson's fucking useless. But that might be the problem, right? Like without Jaden Ivey, with having to rely on like Duncan Robinson, sweet baby a little bit too much, not having that reliable other big, it's a bit just, fuck. They'll be frustrating at times. But hopefully, probably by like January, February, they'll be laughing. Still love me some Detroit Pistons. Matty G, haven't listened to the latest episode yet, but surely LeBron was old mate. No mate sitting on the bench not smiling when Luka was having a great game. Yeah. I mean, I fucking forgot it on Wednesday's show. Dropped it in Thursdays. And wow, I'm still wildly not impressed. I also, a couple of nahs I got sent through the other day for like the season preview. After VJ Edgecombe went off his fucking head yesterday, I've got to give a shout here to Jamie R and Zachy B, who both sent through those ones going, hey, Outback Takehouse for me, Jim, VJ Rookie of the Year. Zachy B, what do you think about VJ for Rookie of the Year? He's a really good chance. Fucking nailed it. They nailed it. That was really good stuff. All right, what about a bit of an unpopular opinion of the day?
Now look at me, please. Look at me.
So this betting scandal obviously is a massive story, and it's really fucking important. The unpopular opinion is like, I told you so. And I'm not really one to say I told you so. I 100% am, but I told you so. The lack of regulation and laissez-faire attitude to like legalizing sports gambling was always going to bite the USA in the ass and lead something, fucky to happen. That's exactly what's going on. They had a chance to get this right as well, the USA. If they had have had their heads in the right fucking space, their eyes clear, and actually had fucking just learned from everywhere else that sort of fucked it. And instead, they went, no, we're the USA. We'll fuck this up even worse. Check this out. State by state, it's a fucking dog's breakfast. But the unpopular opinion of the day, I don't know if it's unpopular, but they need to fucking throw the absolute book at Chauncey Bet the House Billups and Terry Rozier and Damon Jones so it never fucking happens again. They have to litigate this as hard as they fucking can. Like, if we're talking jail time, if we're talking extensive, like, bans from the sport, shit like that, it has to fucking happen, right? Because the integrity of the game is absolutely paramount here. Like, it strikes to the very heart of the integrity of the game. Like, to have this idea of equality and fairness, impartiality to a degree as well, as you go into every competition between two teams, we deserve a level playing field. And if, like, someone's, like, tilting the fucking scales because they're betting against themselves or betting on shit, or if the coach has already, like, made up his mind about some shit. Like, there was other things about Chauncey Billups and, like, Danny Avdija playing a million minutes, then 15 minutes. Like, shit like that. You're like, come on, man, we can figure this the fuck out, can't we? Let's go. So, to have a head coach involved is absolutely fucking crazy. They are in charge of, like, the moral and ethics center of your team and your team's network, right? Which is so fucking brutal that it's been betrayed by Chauncey Billups. To be involved in illegal poker games, it's like, haha, that's a bit of a fucking laugh. But to the degree that it was the mafia related, that's fucking insane. And, like, when you're as well paid as he is, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Terry Rozier is like on $26 million a year. What the fuck are you doing there, Terry Rozier? Oh, I'm trying to get my mate paid. They went back to his house and counted the money. How fucking dumb are these people? Jesus Christ. Anyway, these are your examples. Make one of them. You can absolutely hammer and tongs this one, NBA. Make sure you do it. They'll end up in jail anyway, but wow, they deserve it because fucking hell, the sanctity of the game simply comes down to the idea of competition. And without that, it's fucking pro wrestling. And fuck that for a lark, right? All right, they got a bit serious. How about an OUTBACK Takehouse? It's Friday at Outback, and you know what that means? Oh yeah, 4-for-1 TGIF Foster's cans. That's right, the all drum cans are as big as your fucking bonts. 4-for-1 goes as a pretty good tasty lager as well. It goes great with the Flame Grilled Take. And today's Flame Grilled Take is the NBA very clearly tried to sweep this shit under the rug and fucked up. Seriously, the Terry Rozier shit, where they're like, nah, he good. And then the FBI went, wait a minute. The NBA have been absolutely pantsed by this because they're caught quite literally with their pants down going, nah, Terry was fine. Terry was not fine, narrator. They sat him for a year. They're trying to do this Jordan punishment as well under the fucking table. Oh, he was gambling. Yeah, he's injured for the rest of the season. Go play baseball. I can't believe they did it again. You'd think they'd sort of know enough to be above board and go, Terry Rozier was fucking around. We caught him. He fucked up. He's going to jail. He's suspended for life. Simple as that. Chauncey Porter, suspended for life. Anybody does this shit, suspended for life. It's not hard. Just fucking do it. And the NBA have been absolutely busted by being complicit in this. You done fucked up. Hey, also, Dallas desperately need a point guard. D'Lo's fucked. Cooper Flagg's not a point guard. Not yet. Go get Benny Simmons. Or at least just rush Dante back, would you? Houston also need a point guard. Go get Benny Simmons. Very quick Australian player watch because, whoa, that was a, hang a second, was that Stephen A just jumping in going, hello, I've got a couple of things to say, Jim.
Stay off the weed.
Duh. Yeah, don't bet on games when you're a player or a coach, just saying. Australian player watch is very, very simple because, I mean, we'll play the song. But it was just Johnny Furphy, quite literally for a minute at the very end of the second overtime. He scored a 1 trillion, 1-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0. So let's do a Shane Hill shoot your shot, light them up award. Oh, yeah.
He threw it down. Are you healed? Are you healed? Praise the Lord, I'm healed.
Praise the Lord, for I'm healed. It is the Shane Hill
Shooters shoot.
Shoot your shot, light 'em up award.
All right. Aaron Gordon today had, as I mentioned, the most efficient 50-point game in NBA history. But not only that, it's like the most efficient volume three-point shooting night in NBA history as well, tied with Klay Thompson in 2019, Ty Lawson in 2011, and Luke Kennard in 2023. They're the only people who have shot and hit 10 or more threes on 11 or fewer shots. Simple as that. There's only those four dudes. Klay Thompson, Ty Lawson, Luke the Duckman Kennard, and now Aaron Gordon. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? And as I said, I sort of do love that list of crazy dudes who have hit, more than sort of 10, 11 threes on like, a weirdly specific amount of attempts, but who got close to sort of setting the record, etc. Because like Fred VanVleet's hit 11 threes. Deron Williams hit 11 threes when I was watching him in, what was that? I think that was in Brooklyn. Yeah, it was against Washington. I was at that game. It was absolutely absurd. Absolutely crazy. Like Sadiq Bay's hit 10 threes, but it took 14 shots. That's how good Aaron Gordon was today. 10 on 11 shots is absolutely fucking nuts. Danilo Gallinari went 10 of 12, which is pretty close back in 2021. 2021. You had Joe Johnson. I think I was at that game as well. Yeah, in December. He was off his fucking head. He had 37 total points. Dylan Brooks has hit 10 threes, 10 of 15, but it's like the likes of George McLeod back in 1995. And obviously Donyell Marshall, etc. But awesome stuff like that. Dudes hitting 10 threes. Brian Shaw did it once. Sam Hauser's now done it. Mario Chalmers did it in 2013. But yeah, the most efficient of any players hit 10 threes in an NBA game. Aaron Gordon, along with Luke the Duckman Kennard, Ty Lawson, and Klay Thompson. Absolutely unreal gear. All right, bit of a Patty Mills Game Day Baller Game Day Twitter check-in. Patty's out there doing some running drills. I assume with like his University of Hawaii dudes. So, yeah. I just kind of want more Patty stuff that has to do with him maybe coming back. No trending audio, just raw sounds from our happy place. He's just doing dribbling drills. It's pretty cool. Looks like a weapon too, though, so that's good. Still run through a wall for him. All right, let's preview the weekend ahead. Game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. What's on for the weekend? Got a mate's 40th tomorrow. That'll be pretty messy. Going to take the squids to Bunnings and stock up on some shit. I'm going to go to the AFLW on Sunday. The Blues are taking on the Giants just around the corner there at Icon Park, so that'll be fun. Come say good day if you want to come. Got free tickets. It's good stuff. Anyway, we were completely 500 on our picks so far for the season. We'd split it 50-50 until today where we went 0 of 2 because OKC just didn't manage to win by enough. They win by 6. I think it was 7.5 was the line. And they were up by 8 late. And there was a couple of bullshit fucking... Anyway. And obviously, Denver had that game. We had Denver plus 1.5. Feeling great. And then they're up 5 with like a minute to go and completely fucked it down the stretch. Horrible loss for Denver. But I guess the thing is, Denver, like, they'll just take a little bit of time. They've got a new coach, a couple of new pieces. They'll figure it out. I think Denver is still going to be a fucking juggernauts. So remember, you can follow all of our daily NBA picks. Every single day we'll have all of our picks up on at Dabble. Sign up using the link in our show description or on our bio. It's in the little beacons.ai thing. You jump on there, take you to Dabble. Use the code NBA Straya. Follow us. Follow along with all of our picks. Check it all out. It's got our daily best multis, same gamers. If that's your thing, it's all there. So check it out. Tell them NBA Straya sent you. That helps out as well. Code NBA Straya. So, Saturday and Sunday's weekend games. Some crackers in here. Milwaukee at Toronto. After the Raptors started the year off pretty bloody nicely, smashing Atlanta. Toronto are 2.5-point favorites at home against Milwaukee, who are out without Kevin Porter Jr. I'm taking Toronto. They looked really good the other day. Atlanta looked like dog shit, and Dyson was in foul trouble. But Toronto is super solid, I think, across the board. As long as their dudes are healthy and stay healthy, at home, they're going to be a real fucking problem. I think they'll be too good for Milwaukee. We're taking the Raptors. Atlanta go to Orlando now. Now, this is, two division rivals. The Magic eventually dealt with Miami, who were friskier than I expected. Orlando are 5.5-point favorites against the Hawks. Expected better showing from the Hawks. But again, I think teething problems. They got some new faces there. Jalen Johnson's back from his injury. He was really good the other day. Orlando's defense, still figuring it out, but with Suggs there, I love Orlando in this game. Bane looks so good the other day. -5.5, we're going Orlando. Cleveland, they go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn are a train wreck already. I think Michael Porter Jr. is sitting this one out. We're going Cleveland in a heartbeat. Minus 13.5. I don't care. Like, we're going that number laughing. Boston go to the Knicks. This is a fascinating one, right? The Knicks sort of have already ruled out Mitch Robinson and stuff like this. I like Boston to have a bit of a bounce back on the three-point shooting front. They're 6.5-point underdogs and had a really, really rough one against the Sixers in their opener, right? Jaylen Brown, 9 of 18 in that game. As a team, they went 11 of 43 from downtown. I expect them to shoot even more threes, but I don't think you're going to have too many games this season where, Peyton Pritchard goes 1 of 7 from deep. You've got 4 of 13 from Derek White, and Simons went 2 of 6. If they can be a little bit more efficient, I think they can stay close. I think the Knicks could still win this because Brunson's awesome, Cat's awesome. Boston plus 6.5. We'll take that. Houston hosts Detroit. I just love Houston's size. Detroit doesn't have a giant amount of it. We're going the Rockets in that one. KD versus All-Star Thompson. Amen versus All-Star Thompson. It's a Thompson twin battle. Just like the band. We're going to go the Rockets. Miami go to Memphis. The Grizzlies are 3.5-point favorites at home. They were really fun the other day. I like Memphis in this one. Let's go the Grizzlies. San Antonio go to New Orleans. Only 3.5-point favorites. I'm taking that and so quickly. It's crazy. New Orleans with Eve Missy, Zion up against Wemby. Good fucking luck. We're going the Spurs. Washington go to Dallas. Now, Dallas hurting after that loss to the Spurs. It was an absolute beatdown. Washington, I mean, not very good. We understand that. 10.5-point underdogs against this Dallas team. They lost by 13 on the road to the Bucks. I think Dallas can probably take care of them by more than that. They were wild. Like, Giannis just smashed them for 37. I think this could be a big AD Cooper Flag sort of game. The Wizards defense, I'm not really convinced about it. CJ McCollum was really inefficient the other day against the Bucks. What did you have? You also had, what was it? Chris Middleton, right? Yeah, he had 23. He was all right. Still like Dallas. Minus 10.5. Minnesota are favorites against the Lakers in LA. Can they get it done? That's going to be a weird one. I'm going to take the Wolves still over the Lakers, minus 3.5. Golden State go to Portland. Portland, with Golden State on a back-to-back after a double overtime. Portland were half-point underdogs at home. I'm taking Portland with Thiago Splitter in charge. Bit of chaos around the franchise. Don't care. We're going the Blazers. Utah go to Sacramento. Utah kicked the shit out of the Clippers yesterday, and that was nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm taking Utah plus 6.5. Kessler, Larry Markkinen, they basically were like, hey, Keontae George, how about all of you guys just pass the ball a bit more? And they did. Sacramento just fell apart down the stretch against Phoenix. Crazy end of that game, but still, I'm taking Utah plus 6.5. Just make it a game. And Phoenix against the LA Clippers. Phoenix plus 9.5. Solid against Sacramento, obviously. Clippers were horribly dog shit the other day. Phoenix, I don't trust them too much, but 9.5 is probably a couple of points too much. Backdoor cover. Let's take Phoenix plus 9.5. And remember, there's a couple of games in there that are being on the first Prime Video day. So Amazon has bought into the NBA as well. They are broadcasting the Boston-New York game and then the Minnesota-Lakers game. So that'll be fun. Then on Sunday, we've got 5 games. We've got Chicago at Orlando. The Bulls were pretty frisky the other day. Can Orlando on a back-to-back, a home back-to-back though, deal with the Chicago Bulls? We know that Vooch loves going off his head against the Bulls, against the Magic, his old team. I might go Chicago. I love Orlando. But Chicago, extra day rest. They can make that a game. Then OKC at Atlanta. Ooh, boy, that's a fun one. Dyson Daniels, they're coming off a back-to-back on the road against Orlando the night before. I'll probably take OKC still against Atlanta. Then we have Charlotte, Philly. Oh boy, that is going to be fun. I might take the Charlotte Hornets in that one. That's 3 road teams I'm taking in a row. Indy then go to Memphis. Memphis on a back-to-back at home as well, having played Miami. Indy's lack of a point guard worries me, but I think they can probably still get that done. I think they're a better team than Memphis right now. Memphis on a back-to-back, it makes it a bit tougher. Let's still go Indy. And then Phoenix, Denver. I think Denver smash Phoenix on Sunday. So there you go. that's it. Remember, you can follow all those picks. We'll have all of those picks up at Dabble. Use the code NBA Straya when you sign up. Let them know that we sent you. And we'll come back, I reckon, Sunday night to do a bit of a show across all the stuff that's happened. We'll try that. We'll sort of see how I like it on the Sunday night. And, you know, how the vibe is if I'm up and about, how it sits having that out for Monday morning. Maybe we'll try to make it about some more overarching themes as well, about rather than just sort of recapping games. We'll hit on a couple of big sort of things out of it, but that'll be about it. So there you go. We'll be back for your Sunday night for you. Make sure you're following us over on YouTube as well, on TikTok, IG, Facey, Twitter, all the good stuff. Especially YouTube, right? Because you can jump on there. You can see those little between the days sort of little shows that we're going to be doing. Get around NFL Australia and Jim Does Supercoach. How's your NBA Supercoach team going? Ace Bailey completely fucked me. He's now on a 20-minute restriction. I'm like, God damn, he's breaking my heart. But anyway, at least I went with Jokic, Wemby, SGA, and some really fucking massive scorers. NFL Australia is also crushing it too. So chuck a rating, review, star, subscribe, comment on all of those on your Apple Podcast, your Spotify, YouTube, whatever app you're using, an Android phone. It really does help. Appreciate you. Get around, what is it? If you want to go buy some merch, help a brother out. Buy a t-shirt. I'm wearing the rose gold nicknames one right now. Check it out. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song, as well as House Hats, Joshua De Laurentiis, Fascinating Gold Mines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sex Shirt, Green, and Dozers. They're buying all the tunes you hear. So smash them all on your preferred music platform. And that's it. We'll finish up. We might replay Cooking with Bainesy from the other day because it was awesome. I was so happy with that. So what did you think about Furphy's beer recos the other day too? So just saying, it's pretty good. All right. We will catch you for Monday morning, probably Sunday night. That'll be fun. See you then, you dickheads. This is NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? And let us on! And now it's time for Cooking with Bainesy with your host, Aaron Baggers Baines. All right. Get it. Hey, settle down. It's been a while. We're back here with a brand new season of Cooking with Bainesy, where I, Aaron Bangers Bainesy Baines, cook you up a bloody... Oh, look at that. There's Cheryl. Oh, I've missed Cheryl. G'day, Cheryl. Oh, yeah, just settle down now, love. All right. Now, look, we've taken a bit of time off from Cooking with Bainesy, but we are back with a vengeance. And how is that going to manifest? We are going to deliver to you today my easy recipe for the best bloody cupcake you will ever eat in your bloody life. It's simple as that. I'm just saying. So strap in, get your aprons on, get all your mixing stuff out, and let's bloody do it. What you're going to need is you're going to need some butter. You're going to need some chocolate, the cooking chocolate. You're going to need some cocoa powder. You're going to need a half cup of milk, a little bit of veggie oil. That's the little secret one. You need a couple of eggs, some vanilla extract, and a little bit of white vinegar. So we're going to chuck them all. We're going to basically preheat your oven. Then what we're going to do is you're going to put 12 of your little cupcake liners into a cupcake tin. Then you put the butter and the chocolate in a big bowl. You microwave that for a second. And then you do it again for another 30 seconds until it's all melted and smooth. And just make sure it's all nice and melty. You chuck in the cocoa powder. You chuck in the... Mix it up. And then you chuck in the milk and your oil and your eggs and your vanilla and your vinegar. And then you whisk it. You whisk her up. Look at this. Oh, look. Oh, I better have a taste. Oh, it's bloody good. Chuck in your flour. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's bloody good. Oh, make sure there's no lumps in that. And then you put it all in the cupcake liners. Yep, there you go. Tippity top. That's a beauty. There you go. Oh, a bit of sport. Bit spilled out. Better eat that one up. Boom. I can, I just use a ladle for this one sometimes. Sometimes you can just use a spatula. All that sort of good gear. Just fill them up to about 3/4 because they're going to expand, aren't they? Yeah. Just like me after a few tins and a bit of brisket. But anyway, you bake them for about 18, 20 minutes. Don't forget to crack a tin. Oh, there you go. Bang, and you use a little skewer just to check if they're cooked and done. And then chuck them out. And Bob is your bloody uncle. You can do some frosting on the top as well if you want. All you need for that is some cocoa powder, some butter, some icing sugar, and a bit of milk. Whisk all that together. And then bang, chuck that on top and let her cool down. And she will be bloody good. And there you go. Those are some of the single best bloody chocolate cupcakes you will have in your bloody life. That's right. The NBA, the NBL, I can tell you, it's no cupcake league unless you make the bloody cupcakes yourself, you legends. There you go. So, that's all I got time for today. Until next time, this has been Cooking with Bainesy. G'day legends, your mate Jim from NBA Australia here. That's right, I'm doing a thing at the end of the show. In the business we call it a thing at the end of the show, I guess. I don't know. Either way, all I'm just saying is just make sure you're rating, reviewing, starring, subscribing across all of the apps that you use for NBA Australia. Jump in the comments, give us a shout. We'll bang you in yeah, nahs. Any other questions? I'll have a crack. I've got nothing better to do, basically. Also, just ask any questions, tell me what you want to hear from the show, and sing out and let us know. And of course, if you want to help support the show, jump on the old dabble, use that code NBA Australia, click on the link that's in the show description or on the socials. It goes up whenever I do the morning vibes, etc. So, if that's your thing, jump on there, use that code NBA Australia, and remember, look after yourselves, would you?
This has